Hello, hello, hello! Welcome, well met. Welcome to the stream. Today's a drawing stream, and I'm drawing my good boy. Even if he is a snail demon. But he's a good boy. Alright, what am I clicking? I always rearrange my setup, and I can never look in the same spot twice, it feels like. Right, I need to do this. And then let's jump into the drawing mode. Alright, and I just need to move things around a bit so I can see everything. Still only have the one monitor and all that. Oh, right, I need to shrink that down there. Hello, Margaret! Welcome, welcome. Okay, I think I can see everything now. Is that everything? Need to do anything else? No, I think I'm good. Okay, I just need to move it. And yay. Alright, so I got all my sketchy sketches. I don't know how many we're gonna get to. I actually drew this one first, and then I doodled that, then I did this one, and then I did this one. So that's the order of this. Okay, the rest are here. Wait, I want them above or below? No, I'm just doing line art. And suddenly, I feel like I need chapstick. Oh well, not too bad. I need a drink of water though. Still having the problem of my throat being strangely dry. No idea. It's not as bad as yesterday, so it's getting better, so yay! Alright. Let's just start working on some line art, and I'll see how much I can get through in a day. How's that? I might also want to bring that down a tiny bit more. There we go. Alrighty. So, he's a timid little awkward dude, but he acts like a punk sometimes because people leave him alone then. That's kind of his deal. I don't actually want this more. Let me adjust which one is this. This one. Yeah, that one needs to be that, and then this one. Oh, that's already is. Okay, never mind. As good as it's gonna get. Hello, Amanda, or Alice. Why did I say that? I have things on the brain. I think I was trying to say animin. I don't know what my brain's doing. Okay, anyway. Snail Demon boy. He cute. He cute. I think I made his face too blocky in this one. Need to round it out. Hello, Frug. Hello there, Frog. Welcome, welcome. Welcome all. Oop. Yep. Okay. My brain's puttering out today. This is my past self set me up. Good. Why am I drawing this so janky? Okay, slow. There we go. I know people are like, if you want to draw a curved line, draw it fast. And I'm like, draw slow, draws the curved line better. I'm like, I don't know how I work. I just do. I don't know either. Alright. But he doesn't have a name, though I might... So far, the best contender has been Samuel. I don't know why, more than just, I want to give him a name that begins with an S, because he's a snail demon, and haha, snail begins with S. I don't know. Hello, Grandma Iris, welcome, welcome. I'm glad he's cute. He's supposed to be cute. Again, he acts like a punk. He acts like this sometimes, just so people leave him alone. He acts all evil. He's just like, I'm evil. Though he is actually pretty dangerous for many things. Because he can make pretty much any kind of like toxin or poison he wants, because people may not know this, but snails are actually usually pretty darn poisonous. Or at least you don't really want to touch them because bad things happen. Worst being death, and I think the lower end's just numbness? I think it's numbness. Terry the Snail Demon. What? No, I'm not calling him Terry. I'll come up with a name on my own, thank you. Thank you for your suggestions, but I wanted to give him a name that begins with an S, just because he's a snail demon, and I am a simple folk. I am easygoing, curious kind of folk. So, no, don't eat my boy! He is not on the menu. He is my little baby. Back off. He's got flippy hair. Yay, head pats. If you gave him head pats, I think he'd actually make this face. Another thing I wanted to do is give him really pretty eyes for no other reason than the fact that I wanted him to be really cute but have pretty eyes for some reason. There you go. I don't know how my brain works. Sometimes it just do. I've stated so many times actually thinking on it, and that you stream enough, there's a lot of times I confuse myself. I'm like, why did I think that was a good idea? Why did I do this? I don't know. I thought it was a good idea at the time. My brain went somewhere. I don't know where it went. I'm the one who thought it. Oh, yes. People do eat snails. Sorry, in the context of the rest of the things. I thought you meant that I was gonna try to eat my boy. Like, don't eat. I think I had something about the conversation of eating something when I was drawing, and I'm like, no! So that past interaction may not have also helped. Hi, Zuki. You want? Okay, I need to give my cat some chin scritches. I don't know why. Sometimes she'll hear me. Maybe I'm being too loud. I'm being too loud. I'm not naming him Pat. I was saying Samuel. It begins with an S. If you want to suggest names, make him begin with an S. That is my one criteria with this one. Because I kind of want to call him Samuel, because then his nickname can be Sammy. And that just sounds adorable. He's also something of, like, he can use technology. He's a hacker or cracker. I'm not really sure in the terminology in that one, but he's good with computers, unlike me. So, that's his strong suit. He's the tech guy. If he was in a group dynamic, that's what he does. He's like, I get information, and I can find blueprints for things, so you know where to go. I talk in that little earpiece in your ear, or magical do that allows us to communicate over the magical fantasy lands, because normal technology doesn't work, because sometimes that's how it be. Yeah, he comes from a typical demon family where they're evil and stuff, but he's not. He got the luck of the draw of being the odd one out, but an odd one out among demons is being the nice, actual, genuinely nice person, apparently. I am a sucker, again, I'm absolutely sure I've mentioned this at least once. Don't ask me which stream, I don't remember myself. That I love the trope of thing looks big and scary is actually a big sweetheart. So that kind of bleeds in a lot. That actually was a fine line and I undid it. Oh, I could have redone it. I forget I also have a redo button. But yeah, I might call him Samuel or Sammy, something like that. But I definitely want to begin with a... I want a name that begins with an S. Just because I am a simple-minded folk, and I thought it would be silly if I gave the Snail Demon a name that began with an S. And then I'll figure out... I want to give him a family name, but I wanted to get him a normal name first, because people would kind of know the family name before giving their child a name. I also wanted to sound a little bit I guess if it sounds a little bit pretentious, but can have a very casual nickname, that might actually be better. Even though it's like, you don't look like a Samuel. He's like, well, yeah, I'm not. That's the name my pretentious parents gave me. Thank you. I don't really like them. They're evil demons, and I'm a weird one. My cat keeps walking over and putting her paws on my thigh. Why? Why? Am I talking? Am I talking? Do I sound happy and that's weird? I don't know what my cat wants. But she is going like... She keeps going up to me and then staring at me, and I'm just... I don't know. I've been doing this for months. I don't know why you're still weirded out. Maybe I sound differently? Huh. Mystery, that is my cat. I don't know. Really don't. Obviously. Yeah. Ooh, I have the old drawing. I could... Okay, you're not gonna see the menus for a second. Yeah, no menus. Probably a good thing. It would have been spoilers. Okay, where did I put this? Ah! I need to shake my brain to remember. Like, where did I put the thing I want to look at? Right, okay. I can search it. That is the thing I can do. I have a few pictures now. Where's the one I want? There it is. That one. Oh. That wasn't helpful. Never mind. I clicked the wrong thing. I keep forgetting I need to right-click it and say open file location so I can actually find. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Oh, that's... When did it stop going in this? Okay, that's really annoying. Okay, it's in there, under there. This is taking longer than I thought it would. I'm sorry. It's an older picture. They always end up being harder for me to find. Maybe this is a moment where I could have put it in alphabetical order, and it would have worked out better. But I want to get the ref because I want to look at the colorways. Like, I need it myself too, and I'm like, where'd it go? Okay. What do I need to do to make it? Names. Look at clicking things here. Name, yes, name. So for name. I need to switch back so it's icons because I'm a visual person. And go S's. Where are the S's? There it is. Yay! I finally pulled it up. Let me move this around. Yay. This is all drawing. He's got dark hair. I'm gonna zoom in on his head. Right there. That'll work. I should have done this earlier, but I was not thinking. Probably really should have, because it took me a second. Yeah. I want him to have multicolored hair. I don't quite remember the type of snail he's based off of. I just remembered it was very, very poisonous and colorful. I think it lived in Australia, which isn't all that surprising. Australia just has that climate of... Oop, wrong thing. Everything is to the extremes, yet somehow is also very chill. I don't understand, but I'm grateful for it. Australian people tend to be pretty level-headed for most things I've found. Well, most of them I've heard, seen, actually know they're from Australia. It's kind of surprising, and I appreciate it. I mean, I live in the US, and people have no chill here. Goodness, they have no chill. At times, well, I should say. Not all the time. Sometimes they're very chill. As with all folk, but they're also very unchill. And I'm pretty easygoing. That's the word. Because I'm like, I'm not really cozy. I'm not like, hey, curl up in a blanket and that. I'm like, no, I'm more of just easygoing. I'm like, I'm just kind of here. Hello? Salutations? Want to know some interesting facts and or geek out over something? I'm here. Hello? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome and well met. No, I'm just being silly. But yeah. Easygoing. That's the word I'd use. Till I'm not, because I definitely can have my moments where I have I also have no chill. But that's usually when people are getting picked on and whatnot. And I'm like, I am decidedly not okay with this. I'm gonna make this another layer. Just make it easier on my life. Because, yeah. Samuel Michael Thomas III. You know, I'm not gonna lie, that is this sort of name he would have, though I think he'd have some kind of more pretentious demonic last name, because that's kind of how his family is. Well, that's not bad. That would be his name, and he'd be like, stop! And just get really whiny. He'd just be, don't call me that! You can call me something dumb, like, I don't know, Snail Boy or Fang Boy or something. Just don't call me that. I could just see him absolutely doing that. It's just being absolutely not okay with any kind of pretentious, narcissistic kind of thing. Oh my gosh, now I'm thinking of just him rolling his eyes and going, ugh, nepotism, and walking away. Now I mean, some people going, what does that mean? Which, by the way, that more or less means, like, you hire within your family, you only care about your family, or if, like, if somebody looks like they're part of your family, I guess. Very insular kind of thing. You know, close-minded in range of thought process. But yeah, I think I might land on Samuel, but I haven't looked up names, so... Computer thinking. Computer done thinking. That happens sometimes, especially when I have a bunch of things pulled up. Honestly, I'm surprised it doesn't happen. Well, actually, no. It makes sense it doesn't happen very much when I'm using my switch. That's too high. Okay, I'm going to have to change the angle on here. Sluggo. You know, being a snail demon, I have the feeling he wouldn't. If somebody's just like, you're such a slug, and he's just like, you're such a human? Like, he'd be like, is that how people compliment each other these days? They compliment their species? Question mark? He'd be so confused. Because it's just like, yeah, I'm a snail, not a slug, but thank you? He's so confused. And they're like, I'm trying to it's like, that's an insult. And he's like, I am a snail demon, so you're gonna have to use something else. I don't find being compared to a slug all that insulting. This is not like, hey, you ape with you humans. He's just being like, I don't get it. You're bad at insults. That's actually a really funny image. How to not scare your scaredy cat crybaby snail demon boy. Just get him confused. He'll be too fixated on trying to figure out what you mean to be scared. That's actually a pretty, to note, that's actually a really good tactic if somebody is overwhelmed in a particular emotion. Confusing them is actually not a bad course of options. Or action. Bad course of... Sigh. Sighing at myself. Like, if somebody is having a lot of anxiety, or maybe they're mad, of course, their time and place kind of things. This isn't always good, but yeah. Confusing people is actually a pretty good tactic in many a scenario, including calming people down. Because if you confuse them first, they'll stop freaking out or being mad about it long enough for you to calm them down. So yeah, there's your pro tip. I keep looking at the drawing you're doing and feeling like he should be brightly colored, and then look at the side and realize they're not brightly colored. Oh, I am thinking of putting more bright colors on him. This is partly a redesign. This is his old look, which looked a little too dingy, which... Yeah, I mean, his eyes are really bright, and he's got little bright streaks in his hair, which I may make more bigger hanks, but yeah. This, I think I'll go all the way up, because then it has to look kind of like the mouth is open, because he has like a monster snail eating his head. That's what he is doing. I love his stupid hoodie. It's a dumb hoodie, I admit, but I love it. And how am I doing? Like this, and then this will get closed off, I guess. I don't think I'll put the little strings on. Maybe they have like hidden strings, I don't know. Okay, if I leave that line the way it is, it's going to, the fill bucket tool is not going to be happy. There we go. But yeah, it's brightly colors. Like I keep looking at designs, brightly colored. Like, no, he's dark, mostly, I think. I mean, he's dark in color mostly because he wants to hide. Oop, I am getting things in the way of my drawing pad. Actually, let me do this. Oh my god, okay, let's zoom out a bit. Self. How do I want to do the hood? I have seen a couple of people explain how to make hoods look proper, and I don't remember any of the tips right now, which is unfortunate. Okay, you know what? I'm going to make another layer. It's a very baggy hood, so... Actually, I guess, just draw the shoulder a little bit. Or maybe I'll keep it more in line. How am I doing this? That. I want to be slipping down. Being shy, awkward, and timid. His shoulders are not raised. They are drooped down a bit. I think it's funny because with one of my friends, when I showed this drawing of him, she immediately was just like, I love him. I might steal him from you. And it ended up, being that she was thinking that he'd fit in with this one world she has, just focused on this, like, think they were gods? Or at least there was something, you know, really powerful that most people would just call them gods, even though they're technically not, but there's not a better name for them, so they just go with it kind of situation. I don't quite remember. I just remember they're really powerful, and little guy here would absolutely freak out upon meeting them because they don't usually like demons, and he ended up encountering one, freaking out, and then the person, god, I think his name was Alistair? I think that's what my friend called him. It was just like, no, I'm adopting you. And he's like, you're what? And just has the most confusing day of his entire existence. And I was laughing about it. I'm like, well, that's at least one world. I don't know where he's actually going to end up, but I do love that thought of just him getting adopted by this family of godly beings that usually attack, you know, they're usually the ones in charge of keeping the demons in check and getting rid of the really super bad ones, like nixing them off, you know, kind of job. And then here they are, they have adopted one because he's a good little boy. And the little snail guy here is just absolutely confused. It's just sort of like, oh, this is my life now. Okay. Which also makes me laugh because he feels very unsafe most of the time. Because he is a crybaby, scaredy cat kind of character. And so he just, if he got adopted into a family like that, I think once it's sunk in that they're not going to harm him, they legitimately wait a second. You're actually one of the very rare good ones. You get to stay with us now. He'd honestly just be like, holy cow, I'm in a safe spot. I can relax. And probably just clonk out for a while. Catch up on the sleep. Yeah. So, yes. And I love that thought. He just happened to be, because I think what it ended up being that, was something like, I mean, he is a demon. He's somewhat okay with, like, killing people, but it's only really bad people. I think he goes after the humans his family works with. And, you know, they're, like, irredeemably bad. He's also a demon. He can tell people's personality to an extent, because I think that's how demon powers work in this world. Because, you know, How else are you gonna figure out which human to tempt? At the very least, his family has that ability. So I was thinking his family is known in the demon world. They're lackey kind of demons, but it's not like his family has aspirations to be the best demons ever. They're the kind of family who's like, yes, we are known for doing this, and we want to be known for doing this really good. They only get really upset when people try to edge them out of their top position. They're like management demons, I guess, if you want to put it that way. Corpo toxic demons. Insert your memes here. And that's partly the reason why I guess I'll call him Sammy. I think I'll stick with Samuel at least, because honestly, the more I think about it, the better it sounds to me. Did I make his hands too small? I might have made his hands too small. No, they're about the size they should be. His hands are curled up. They're... Ew. Okay. There we go. Just he's got a very big hoodie and stuff, so it's throwing me off a little, evidently. Cuff, because I forgot to draw that in. I forgot to draw the cuff of his sleeve in the... Actually, I forgot both cuffs. I forgot both cuffs on his sleeve. Oopsie poopsie. Easy fix, though. So, yeah. He doesn't like his family, obviously. He's not cool with them. He's like, why do we need to do this? Why are you guys being such jerks? I don't think we need to go that far. But yeah, he does end up poisoning some of the bad people just because he's like, okay, I can't speak for your lackeys, but you, sir, are an absolute trash pile, so no remorse. I'm going to poison your food or drink or whatever. I think it was one of those moments he was trying to do that, and he was like, yes, I'm going to get one of the bad guys. And then Alistair ate or drank it, whatever it was. And he's like, oh crap, some innocent person got involved. Oh shoot. Where did this person come from? They came out in left field, and then like nothing happened. And he's just like, that means one of two things. Either they're another demon, which doubt that because I'm a demon myself and I would be able to sense it, just because yay, demon powers. So, they're definitely in the second option, which means they're some kind of really powerful, for lack of a better word, divine being, and I need to get out of Dodge. So he just kind of bolts, but Alistair, being really powerful being that he is, just catches up immediately and just like, hello, did you just do the thing? Were you trying to get that person? And he's just, yes, they're a bad person? I didn't like them. They weren't exactly gonna stop by any other means, and they're the kind of person who would still be bad even if they got locked up. Because, like, yeah, this wealthy person totally doesn't have the means to just ignore the law, essentially. They've been doing a great job of it so far, so he kinda had to go to the extremes, and he's just like, please don't kill me. And then Alistair's just like, you're a good boy. I like you. Come here. And he's just, what? Like, gets adopted after getting the fright of his life, and then he's just like, I have a loving family now? I have, like, adopted siblings now? I think the Alistair had kids, so it's just like, and they're all nice to me? He's just, like, so confused. And they're all like, you're one of those snail demon dudes. And he's just, yeah? It's like, you have all that really toxic poison stuff, right? And he's like, yeah? And they're like, cool, moving on with life. And he's just, what world did I get teleported into? Absolute bafflement. Oh, I should have put this on a different layer. I was acting like this was a different layer, and it was not. Oops. It was something like that. So yeah, little Sammy here is just like, I'm very confused. And then he's just like, oh, life has gotten better, and I can do things the nicer way. Cool. What the heck? Absolutely spoil him rotten. They're that kind of family. I can just think of them sitting in, of course, they're like really powerful beings with a lot of money and stuff, so it's just like, at least I think so. If I remember what my friend told me, it'd just be like, oh gosh, I was just thinking of just like all the things they would give him. It's just like, here's your room, and it's just already decked out with a bunch of things he liked, and they've known him for like 3 days, and he's just like, how? how? Honestly, I think in that moment he'd be so confuddled he'd literally turn to the person talking to him and then point at the room and just be like, how? Really loudly. And just be like, why? It just devolves into one-word sentences because doesn't know how, brain is malfunctioning, cannot compute. Basically, he's a really cute boyo for a demon. He does still be like, it's like, this is a mildly bad thing, or this isn't a good thing, but given the situation, it's, you know, it's morally gray, it's kind of passable, we don't have much of a choice because it's a do or die thing. He'd just be like, is it? They're like, child, you needed better parents. And he's like, I know! I think he would probably be a little less okay with certain things, though, probably afterward. Just because he's like, oh, hey, I'm in an environment where being a good person is appreciated and stuff. And I am learning alternate ways of getting good results. Let's do those. But yeah. Obviously, he's a disappointment to his demon family. They don't really like him. So like, why are you such a goody two-shoes? Complete opposite of most families. For a demon family, it's supposed to be difficult. I don't know why I'm nitpicking like these tiny little niches in the lines, but I am. Yeah. I really like him. He's really cute. If it wasn't abundantly obvious before, I really like adorable characters. I like good people, because apparently that's a rare thing nowadays. Wow, this person's doing good because they looked around the world and went, hey, I want to be like that. I want to be a good person. And they're, oh wow, shockingly a good person, and they don't need some big tragic backstory that makes them realize, hey, being a good person tends to work out better because people like good people. Alistair would destroy them. Would he now? I guess the cat's a little bit out of the bag, but yeah, Alice is a friend. Alice is the friend. So I love that. Like, Alistair's like, you're not their family, his family anymore. It's me, and I'm about to wipe the floor with all of you. Oh, that's great. I love that. I've actually drawn Alistair, though. I don't think I'm gonna pull up the image. I was thinking about redrawing him. When a god couple adopts a demon child. Yeah, that's what happens. I did get that right, didn't I, Alice? That Alistair and his wife were gods. I'm like, I think that's right, but it's been a hot minute, and I can't remember if they were actual gods or just really powerful people. Okay, I did get it right. Yay! My memory's working. Small victories. Got to do the lines for the hand properly, or else it all look weird. And that's the feet of the hand. I don't know why I call it that, but I heard somebody refer to it as one, so that's what I call it. I just said I don't know, and then I gave the answer why I call it that. Why do I do this? It's like, I don't remember why, and then I say I don't remember, and then I remember why I do the thing. That's usually the case. Just realized that my last sentence would work well as the title for a light novel with how titles have been going and oh yeah. Yeah, it'd probably be like a god couple adopts a demon child. You just drop the win, I guess. To shorten it a little bit. But I guess they would still put that in, because we do have... What is the title? It's That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, which is pretty good. I haven't kept up with it too much lately, but that's also in part because I didn't have a place to read it, and I prefer to read things, because I read things way faster than I then can watch it. I read pretty fast. But it's also, if I had, it's usually, is it dubbed? I don't know if that time, if Slime got dubbed. I need to remember some of the anime that I like, or some of the stories that do have anime adaptations. That at this point, they have animated past where I last read it. That they have it's also dubbed past where I last read it. And I can go listen to it in the background. But also, like, the problem with that is then I'd probably pay too much attention to the anime and I wouldn't get any work done. So I'm like, gosh dang it. This is why I haven't watched anime in a while. It's just, I need something in the background that's not too repetitive, but also, like, I won't get distracted by it, which I failed at today. I should have gotten more done today, but I managed to get, I think, did I get everything I wanted to do done? So I'm putting on a Vtuber community event. If you're watching the VOD, don't. It's gonna be a while. Then again, I don't think too many people watch the VODs more after like a day or something. First 2 seasons. Oh, there's a movie? Man, I am out of the loop. I'm so out of the loop. And I also drew the sleeve wrong, I realized. Let's see, if the cuff is down here, then this would not be that puffy. It would kind of be like, be more puffy out here. Okay. Get rid of this. This is why I sometimes draw on another layer, because then it makes my life easy. I want to get into the finger line. Lines for the fingers. Also, he has a lot of teeth motif. You can see, like, that has little teeth fangs. That's kind of jagged like teeth, and then on his shoes, he's got little teethies. Snails have a lot of teeth. If lots of teeth scares you, do not look up snail mouths. You'll be terrified. But yeah, that's why Sammy here has a teeth motif on him. Snails have a lot of teethies. So many teethies. And he will bite. I imagine if you grabbed him, he would bite on first sight, which actually would be extremely bad unless you have, like, poison, toxin, or whatever the word resistance is, but he can also make acids, so it's just because you're like, haha, I'm immune to poisons and neurotoxins and all stuff of that nature. He's like, cool, melts. Just, no. I'm gonna bite you and make you melt, because let me be free. I imagine he would probably, if somebody grabbed him like that, he'd probably it'd probably be somebody who was dangerous. He'd definitely be just, no. That is, and the rest of his adopted family doesn't get to you first. Oh, that would be scary for anyone. I can just imagine some things just, that'd be an interesting part of the story is, you see this person who's really calm, usually doesn't always go to the extremes, absolutely go to the extreme immediately, because they're like, that's my child! That'd be an interesting moment. Appropriate for once would be like the parent reaction we wish we had more often in media, of them just going like, absolutely, going like, being a good parent, but also going absolutely berserk, because that's my child you're hurting. I'm going to wreck your face. That'd be lovely. I wish there were more BA parents in the world. It'd be awesome. So I'm realizing, like, my knowledge of what happens in the slime series is so randomly spotty. Like, I know there's a... I'm not sure if he goes by Diablo or if his name's like Diablo Black or Black Diablo, something like that. But I know there's a demon. I thought he was a villain, and then it's like, no, he's one of the allies. And I'm like, when did you come here, sir? Who? Just confused Urion noises. I'm like, where did this guy come from? I am so out of the loop. I need to read this or watch this or something. So I do like it, mostly because of the town building part of that time I got reincarnated as a slime, which is, I guess, weird to hear if you don't know me, but if you know me, just sort of nod like, yeah, that checks out. Cause it do be like that. Okay, where it's this one, right? Yeah. It's on square now. I need circle. That's way too thick. It's way too thick of a line. Okay, that's a bit too thin. I need to make it a tiny bit thicker than I really want it because I'm going to squish it into shape. There we go. Because squished circles are hard for my little brain to get around. So, usually need to draw a base. That ended up being thicker than I wanted it to. Oh well. It's just, it is what it is. I am not going to change it. Yeah. I have little X's in the eyes. This. I actually put in... Oop, I don't like the ending. And now I'm thinking of Tears of the Kingdom. Probably because I played that yesterday. I did play more of it after the stream. I actually have I have a full second Stanimal wheel now, and I've got 2 more hearts? Yeah? Was it 2? Right, I got the 5th one because I did the Rito thing. So we set up for Thursday. Because I'm not gonna say specifics, but I did get all the geoglyphs, so I'm doing the post-geoglyph stuff for anyone who's in the know. Also, I'm thinking that's why I've been seeing some of the other VTubers who have been playing that mention about crying in the game. Because I saw 2, well, it's just 2, but still, I'm like, why are you crying in a Zelda game? We haven't cried in a Zelda game since, like, people haven't consistently cried in a Zelda game. I think since, like, Twilight Princess and Link's Awakening? Yeah. I think those are the 2 that make people cry. I will spoil these, because these are not new games whatsoever. You have been warned. But yeah, Twilight Princess is with, when Midna gets hurt after... What is it? The water temple? In Lake Lyuren? Was it? Oh gosh, it's been a very hot moment since I've played that. Okay, yeah, I am going to want to right here. Thin out the lines a little. So I have more space. Draw the button. Yeah. What else has made people cry? I think Phantom Hourglass has a moment with Lineback that made a few people tear up, but not a lot of people played that game, so let alone talk about it, so I am less sure, but at least got me going, aw, and Lena, wow, yeah, my brain's fuzzing out again. I'm giving up on talking about things. Okay, I'm remembering the manga for that. It's like no more personal stories. I'm gonna mess up something. Yeah. Trying to think. Yeah, it was the manga. No Spoons Day? I don't get what that means, but if you're like head empty, no thoughts day, then yes, absolutely. my brain just keeps fuzzing out. That's why I put in the description. I put an hour or so because I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to be feeling. I still don't know what I'm going to do with the hair here. What did I draw actually? Oop, that's right, it's over there. Okay, just kind of had. Yeah, then yes, I'm having a no spoons day. Maybe like this. It still looks messy. I have to erase some lines. Yeah. I keep having moments of just my brain just shuts down on me. Feels like, well, no, it's not so much shut down. It's not like the computer completely shutting down on you. It's more of like your computer randomly closes the window you were working on you. That's my day. My brain isn't completely just like head empty, no thoughts. It's more of, and that goes bye-bye now. Why did I do that? Like, I don't know. What are you doing, brain? Okay. How am I going to get this part? It's got a patch on the head. I want to keep. Maybe put it. It's gonna be the middle. It's like right there. Yeah, and then that goes behind to the ear. Okay, hold on. Flip this. So it's easier for me to draw. Why does that give me frog vibes? Still slug, but... well, snail. But there's no shells, so you can't really tell that, but sluggy snail. And I totally did more of like, instead of doing the little antennae things, I more did like a sea snail kind of stuff, and like how they did with, what is it? Is it Shellos? The sea slugs line in Pokemon. Oop. Okay. Computer needs to think a moment too every now and then. Because I am fully on the lappy top today. Oop, right, separate layer. I think I can merge that down now. No, didn't quite get everything. I don't know why I'm being that specific. Oh, that's even on the separate layers, and that, yeah, it is. Why am I being careful? I can just go in and definitely get it. I'm just gonna make weird sounds and hope it works. The magic of weird sounds. And water. Hydrate before you dehydrate. All that. Okay. And then there's the eyelet. I need to draw it. And then there's it's under, yeah. Oh, but that would go on that. Okay. Maybe I won't have it like this. Sammy looks like he enjoys watching kids laugh, so you can pretend it upsets them while secretly being... What does that mean? Oop, okay, that was more than I was thinking. Okay, that's not gonna work. I don't understand what that means. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just... it would be... only see a little bit, I guess. Or maybe you wouldn't see the other eye at all, actually. Well, yeah, he's supposed to look mischievous and evil and stuff, but he's not. Subversion. But it's also... Oh, I think I know what you mean. I think I get, like, he sees kids having fun and he's happy about it, but he doesn't let that show because he's a demon, so yeah. I mean, he would act like that around his family. I think that's also partly the reason why he has the punkish... He's good at acting like a punk and, like, he doesn't care and is just, like, rambunctious and evil and stuff, but it's just not... He's just putting on an act. It's because he had to act like that around his family. Before he ended up... Before he got the ability to end up on his own. He's actually pretty young. He's not like centuries old or anything. He's like a couple of decades at most. Like, he's actually, by human standards, even pretty young. But I don't know how long he's... I'm like, I don't know if I should make him a few decades old as a demon, or should I make him like, no, he's actually only lived like into like his later teens or something. I also thought that because you don't have, I don't have a height chart on here or anything. He's small. He's a small dude. He's not that big. He's short. Which isn't, I think, necessarily like a snail demon thing. Like maybe the rest of his family is really tall. He's just a runt. Which might also make it so people think why he's yeah, he's a baby. He's a little baby. He's not, but no, he's not a centuries old demon and psych, he actually still looks young. He's like, no, he's actually young. I don't think he's... Like, at most, I think I would make him be around for like 30 years old. Like, he might be in his live 30 years, but he's still like acts young because he's a demon and they age a little differently. Yeah, he's a good... He tries his best to be good. Though, if it's nixing a really bad person because it'll make it so just like ordinary citizens live, like, he's just like, it's not the most morally good thing, but am I still going to do it? Yep, because it means innocent people can make their own choices in life. Instead of this jerk face. Which I guess that might be another thing about his character. I haven't thought about that, but he might be very much he might hate people being unable to make choices. Okay, I actually put that down. There's the top of his eyes more like that. Okay, I need to change that line. He's looking a bit down. Looking a bit down, self. Remember how to draw. He's got kind of squishy. Just like squinting a bit. This is the kind of moment where it'd be like he's offering up an idea, or he's just like, yeah, about that. Haha, I can totally do that. Not at all morally dubious action that we kind of need to do because it'll help save people. Haha. He's absolutely the nervous laughter type. Well, at least when he's able to be more of himself. Otherwise, I think he'd probably joke around and be like, oh yeah, how'd you like that? Just be an absolute punk. And then he's, in actuality, he's just a little awkward sweetheart. His likes and dislikes are just like things. I like the things that don't try to kill me, and I just like the things that do try to kill me. Simple man. Why am I doing that? I put this on another layer. Oh, oh, that was for the teethy. Right. Okay. I actually probably want the eye and eyebrow on a separate layer. Just because eyeballs usually, it works out better. Eye lines. Let's see. Name lines. Okay. Okay, this goes. Whoops. I didn't want to erase all of that. There we go. And fix up by his little toothy fangy here. That could be drawn better. I don't. What is it called? You know, I'm probably not going to remember. If I don't remember immediately, I'm not going to remember in a timely manner, and it's also something I have not heard. I have not heard the word I want to think of very often. It's essentially be mindful of your lines, because if you put... It's usually means two things. I think originally it's like where the lines end. You don't, unless it's a pattern for it, you don't want a lot of your lines of separate pieces to end in the same point, or else people get confused. It's word used for basically line readability, I suppose, put simply. And I don't remember what it was called. Don't remember the word right now. I just remember it was a longer word and began with a T, and that's about it. Which isn't all that helpful. I can't even be like, I think it was something like this, and try to Google it. Like, nope, don't even remember enough for that. He's so upset. Poor little guy, I feel bad. Why did I draw him like this? That's right, because the twice, like I said, I drew this one first, and I had only drawn this before. So I'm like, I should probably draw him his actual personality. And he's just like a little crybaby. Worry wart. He worries all the time. Oh boy. I have a feeling that his family, like, not bio family, but like family would just be like, why are you so worried? And he's just like, I can't help it, I just worry. They're like, we're fine. We can totally handle this thing. We are super powerful. Why are you worried? He's like, that's just my state of being. I need to make this shorter, I think. His perspective. That, just because it will bug me. I like clean lines, I guess. Yeah, that looks better. Oh, I should save this. Save. It's interesting to think that kindness and good deeds would be negative for a demon child. Yeah, probably, you know, stereotypical demon child. There's definitely some stories where, like, demons just another species. Like, yeah, here's your species quirks, here's your power set, have at 'em. But in this story, it's like they're actually just bad. So, it's like being a good person means he fails. Yeah. My twin just chatted me in the shoulder. Hi.
This is not what happened.
Hi, sister. What's up?
Once again going, who is this?
Oh, she needs help. Hold on. She's working on some things, and she involving characters again that she doesn't know. You know what? I'll leave you with a funny face. Wait, let me back out this. You can at least see the whole drawing of it. And I will be a couple of seconds. I'll be back in a couple of seconds. Goodbye. I'm back. I'm back. That was a funny face. Okay. Sorry about that. Where is my drawing pen? There it is. Found it. All right. We're back. Back. Ooh. Yeah, my Quinny there, she was working on things like I was saying, and she needed some help. She's like, who is this? And I'm just... That is... It's company Vtuber. Yay. Yeah. Skull dude. Because he is a little poisonous. Let no one say he doesn't have a warning label on it. I think he specifically does that. Like, this is an actual thing he does. He specifically put down things like, it alludes to being poisonous and whatnot, because he's literally putting a warning on. It's literally him. It's just like, this is my warning tag. Because he's dumb like that. That's just his personality. It's like, I'm literally putting a warning tag on myself to say that I am deadly. Or at least he can be. So. Yeah, I think in a story he'd mostly play a support kind of role, or he's just like, he's the little kid role. He's the, what's the word? The what's the word? It's explaining a lot of things. It's when you need a character to question what's going on so the audience can learn through them, that's what he would be. I think in the story. Bones. Actually, more bones are like that, I think. I don't know. I'm doing cartoony bones though. Actually, these would be like cartoony versions of femurs, I think. Yeah. That's it. The leg bone. It's the one on top of the upper part of your leg. At least for us, for humans and Urions. That's true. What was that sound? Oh, there's a cat up there. The cat is doing cat things, which is acceptable. Hello, tiny cat. Tiny cat, go by. Just hearing my cat move around. Just sometimes alarming, because I'm like, are you hitting up to mischief? Well, that's usually Zuki, and she's crawled up on my leg, and I don't know why. Still don't know why she did that. She's done it a few times now. And I don't know why she does. She do. Okay. Thinking it. I did put all the drawings on here, but I didn't think. I love this one. He's like, I'm so dead. He has a little slug soul. He's sleepy. Sleepy boy. Also, yes, I totally gave him a skull slug shirt because, again, this boy is a derp. Or silly or whatever. Do people still find derpy insulting? I know there's like some people are like, that's an insulting word? Question mark? I just thought it was synonymous with silly. And other people was like, that's an insult. And I'm like, is this an English thing? Is this like old dialect? English dialect? Like some dialects in American English, it's just synonymous with silly. But another part of the English speaking world, it's an insult. Because that does happen. And it's like, hi, I am speaking the American version. Please judge me as such. It just means silly. At least I've never really seen it used otherwise, at least in an American context, so, please don't at me. It's like cheeky means something can mean entirely different. Cheeky in the UK means it's more like raunchy, the racy stuff. But in the US, it just means you're being, how to put, I can never think of else to put it. Like, when you're being cheeky, what are you being? Well, there's a rude way of being a smart arse. that's I think the closest word. But in a more playful way, I suppose. Words are hard. Like, do your hair. Like, how did I draw my own character's hair? I need the reference. I haven't drawn him enough. I feel like I'm perking up though more. I've been a little out of it this morning. I somewhat alluded to earlier, but then got sidetracked because I did not get enough sleep. Well, I got enough where I'm functional, but not enough where it hasn't impacted how competent I am, I guess is the way to put it. Like, I'm losing focus today. It is a low focus day. Okay, me, I scheduled myself to have an easygoing drawing stream, so lucky me. Still managing to botch my words. I keep trying to say something. And I'm like, what am I trying to say? I don't remember. Don't know the word I'm using. More cartoony. Oh yeah, I didn't draw his ears in that one because they're hidden. That's also why he has the hood, because he's got these rounded, kind of upturned, pointy. Not really pointy. He's got squishy round ears. So he's not just has the weird colorations, but he's also got the different ears. I love the little squiggly mouths like this. It's just like squiggle mouth, but he's got a little thingy fang because he's got fangs. He's like, I'm so dead. This would be the face he kind of makes if he accidentally broke something. He's just like, I'm going to get yelled at, and they're just like, it's fine. Probably even one of them probably has some magic to just fix the thing he broke, and he's just like, oh, I was worried about nothing. But yeah, it has little bottom fangs. Wait, no, it'd be more like this. And I have 3 fangs and the bigger fang. Just gotta draw him being a crybaby. I keep scrolling back up, but I also realize on the side here is large enough for me to see, and I don't need to actually scroll up. Yeah, he's almost... It's like, I broke the thing with my nice family. I'm going to get in trouble, and I feel awful, and they're like, you're fine, kiddo. Poor little guy is just traumatized from having a crappy family. Poor little thing. But now he has a good family, and then he's just like, oh, this is what it's like having a good family that actually cares about you? Wow, this is a weird feeling. I'm sure other people can relate, unfortunately. Find your good found family. Or they will find you. They might have already found you. Just simplify this a little bit by doing that. I guess. Or up there. That looks pleasing, or whatever. I think after I do the line art for this doodle, I'll start doing a little bit of coloring. Just to mix it up. Nosy's bothering me. As it tends to do when I'm streaming, evidently, that's going to be a recurring thing. Despite not sneezing, that my housemates sneeze more than I do, my nose certainly does bug me. It's like my housemates do all the sneezing for me. The amount of times they've sneezing when I'm streaming, it's kind of funny. Okay, yeah, and then he's got his little sleevey sleeves. I'm thinking he still has his hoodie on. He usually has it on. He doesn't usually have it off. Well, if he can get away with... Would temperatures really bother him? I haven't thought about that. I guess no. Maybe if it was cold. Maybe he hates the cold. But being a demon, it might be like a typical demon thing that, like, all demons have fire resistance. I also have the feeling... Oh, another thing I wanted him to do is, like, he doesn't like a lot of salt. He doesn't like salty things. So he doesn't like potato chips because it has salt on it. Because, you know, he's a slug demon and you throw salt on them to kill them. So him not liking it, it's like, heh. You get it? Nudge, nudge. Do you get it? I know. Yeah, so. Dumb little moments. Silly moments. I take myself so seriously, don't I? Then again, I'm also... How am I going to do this top of hair here? I guess it'd be a little bit like this. Then that actually works. That works. That works. That works. Okay. Erase this. It's got. I have a feeling it's like, oh, he's got perpetual bedhead, and it's more of he's like, I just have like curly hair. Thank you. It just, well, maybe not curly. I would say flippy, because that's how I describe this kind of shape hair. It's like it's going to flip. So it'd be more of, it doesn't necessarily, I guess if he had longer hair, it'd just be wavy, but because it's so short, it does this flippy. Because I don't think he would have actually like curly hair if it got longer. I think it would just be wavy, but because it's so short, it gets flippy. Like this. It's just how his hair ends up. Just imagine his biodad sitting him down and telling him he's not enough of a bully. Yeah, that would have. That's 100% happen. That's 100% happen. Be like, I just got your report card back, son, and your teachers are concerned because you didn't pick on the other kids enough. That would be. And he's just like, yeah, I was just too busy doing my dastardly work. I got the plans in the works. I have a feeling he probably just paralyzed a bunch of people all the time. Yeah, it would be. It would be like of course he would know the good behavior. You know what? It's that reverse kind of thing of like, oh, this person, they were raised in a good environment and all that, but then they learned about evil and they got tempted by the evil side. Snail Boy, Sammy hears the reverse. He's literally the reverse. He hears about, it's like, oh, and this is the vile good stuff. This is the goody two-shoes we don't want to do. And he's like, but that sounds wonderful. Why don't we want to do that? Oh, that's so funny. Let's see. That's kind of hilarious thought. Not good. Yeah, I agree. That is hilarious. Just little crybaby demon going like, but I like the idea of people working together and not being complete jerks on purpose to each other all the time. Or I also have a feeling that like the demon culture he's a part of is also the like they're nice to their family and maybe, yeah. Oh, hello, Lord Theo. Welcome, welcome. Pringle? Alright. Snack time, apparently. I guess if you're hungry, you get a snack. But yeah, okay. Ew. What am I doing with the eyes here? I don't know. How am I doing this? I was having whoop. Okay, computer was thinking for a second. How am I doing this? Maybe we make it more slanted like this. Yeah, okay, make it this other side. Yeah, this works better. Whoop. I can get it to look sort of. Secretly is a Brandon Hydes. Oh, you mean his snail? Secretly is a Brandon hides the t-shirt evidence in the back of his closet. I guess? Okay, I don't know where this conversation is going anymore. I'm just confused. Are you meaning he likes My Little Pony, what was that? Generation 6? I don't know where this conversation's going. I mean, saying he likes ponies isn't any stretch. A lot of people like the ponies. It's like, wow, something I can turn off my mind to and it also doesn't insult my intelligence, but I still know everything that's going to happen, and it's like wholesome stuff. And I can watch it and not worry about things. Yeah. No, I know a few people who literally watch that show unironically when they're having a bad day, or they're just like, look, I want to turn my mind off for like a couple of hours because I've been going through it. I'm going to watch the ponies. And I'm like, yeah. I think that's why the ponies is popular. It's because it's like, yes, you can just turn your mind off for a little bit. Actually take things at face value. The show tells you who's the bad guy. You know what's up. It's nothing too complicated, but it also doesn't insult your intelligence, usually. So, I'm like, I get why this is popular. So that's some things about the kid shows that never last very long, or like the primary audiences should be kids, but it's like also a family thing, is like, yeah, the successful kid shows aren't really just kid shows. They're like, they're more of like family shows. I don't want that to be too thick. I do want him to have like scooches there. And now for the little tear, the little comedic tears. Because he's just like crying. Like Animal Crossing. Make like a big old fat Animal Crossing tears. Like, oh, I'm so dead. I broke the expensive vase in the thing. In the hallway kind of moment. Oh, you know what'd be funny is like he breaks it and is just like, oh, that's okay. I mean, this is my family, you know, because he's used to being like, wait, right, being bad is good. And then he'd be like, wait a second, no, I'm not with my family anymore. That was a bad thing. Ah, crap, I'm so dead. He would just have a moment of like, oh, it's fine. They'll actually be happy. And he's like, wait, no, wait, wrong family. This is my good family in more ways than one. Ah, shite. I like the snail ghost here. I have a little snail ghost. Little X's in the eyes. It's a dead snail. It's a dead snail. Yay. That was an oxymoron. If it's a ghost, it's already dead. There we go. There we go. There's some line art. Alright. Layer. Oh my god, planning major rebellious behavior, doing good deeds. Sammy's... Jesus. Gesundheit, Saboria! Sammy seems like a cinnamon bun. Yeah, that's the idea. He's a little cinnamon bun. A little cinnamon roll. Acts like a punk, is actually a sweetheart. She still is, yes. Every time for my sisters, anytime any of my family sneezes, you're like, they're so loud. I'm like, yeah, they are. Every single time. Okay, I said family, but Spore is my only family. How to correct as a demon. Yeah. Wait, no, I want to get that. I can grab this one. Is that? No. This. Do this. Yes. Okay, I did what I wanted to do. Okay, now I'll just fill in a bit of the sleeves. Lately, I've been drawing with making a color base, and I just realized that that needs to go. You're getting well wishes from chat there, sister dear. About you sneezing. She's confused again, as per usual. Because soon take 20. Yeah. She's sneezy. I live with my found family too. I mean, I don't think I have any friends at this point that I also don't consider some kind of family, like an older sister, or like they're like my cousin. Something like that. That's like all my friends. Apparently, my standard of friend is if I can't see you as family, I don't want to be friends with you. Which, giving the alternative, most people, I seriously question people's criteria for friendship. I'm like, y'all are setting yourself up for heartache, and then they something bad happened. They're like, this isn't a real friend. I'm like, no, duh. This is like the 4th time it's happened. I think you need to start reevaluating your friendship criteria, my person. My fellow living being. Like maybe. Oh. Let me move that up a little bit. There we go. Alright. Yep. Maybe it's a bit high for people. It's not like I will be mean to people I don't feel acquainted with. It's just like... Yeah, really. It doesn't mean I'm gonna be like literally family and just... I don't know. I guess some people think... I guess it depends on what you think or what you think family is. Yes, I mean, I'm talking about it with a... That's actually too bright. Nope. I want it to be more saturated than this color, but you know what? I can color drop this color. What is this color? Oh, it's a magenta. Well, that's why it keeps looking wrong. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. I'm like, he's a magenta. Magenta color. Though it still looks purple, I think, for most people's criteria. This will be the same color for now, at least. Okay, my tiny cat was in my room, apparently. She just ran out at speed, and I'm like, why? Okay. Oh, wait. Ooh, you know, I should probably put color. Okay, the colors. There we go. Like, if I like a color, I should probably put it on a separate layer so I can color swatch it with other drawings. It might be smart, you know, maybe. Maybe be smart. Might be a good idea. Okay, I'll grab that bit. I'm on the right layer. I had to check. And grab this. I'm gonna get a little bit of color right at the end there. Okay, and then where would his neck be? That would also, I think, be purple. There we go. This is his neck's. The rest of his neck is kind of like right hidden behind there. So, do eyeballs. Okay. Add yellow. So I had the purple, yellow, and then cyan. So it's going like... Let me make a more greeny yellow. Okay. Grab all this. Grab all these bits. Buttons. Button. Do I want to make the fangs? Let's see how the fangs look. Oh, I think I need to make a little bit there purple. Oh gosh, that's way too bright. That is too high contrast for all the other colors. Yeah, okay, something more in here. Yeah, okay, that'll work. The more pastel. I'm like, I want it to be more, the yellow to be brighter, but also not that bright. It was way too vibrant. Ooh, I need a stretch. Oh geez, that's almost been two. I almost said 2.5. 1.5. I keep messing up my words today. Keep going like, trying to say one thing, but my brain wants me to say another. He's actually quite pale. Do I actually want him to be less pale? Nah, he can be pale. Yes. So I might want to actually start off with a dark. Well, it does have high contrast, so it actually might be better if I made him have slightly more skin tone, yeah. As opposed to that, yeah. He's still pale. I won't change that, but you don't need to change that. I want to make a different skin tone character. It's a different character. This one's pale. Deal with it. think. I wonder. Yeah, there's lots of characters with dark hair and pale, because there's the edgelord emo kind of scene. Yeah. For better or worse, there's definitely edgelords that are fun, and there's ones that are just you don't want to hang out with because they're the kind of sort of ones you don't want to hang out with. Tis a thing. Tis a range. Okay, make his hair about the same color as his hoodie. So I think that'll work better for color. That's the one. I mean, I like this drawing, but I really could have done better with the colors. You know, I didn't check how long ago I drew this. I wonder how long ago I drew this. Gee. It was bothering me again. Nah. It looks so weird when I have it. Why am I like this? I gotta love it when art is creepy and then it's like, it's very much trust the process. There's so many times where I'm in midway through a drawing and I'll have people go like, okay, I know that you're, word. Partway through. Window shut down again, you know, kind of moment, sorry. But yeah, it's like, I know you only draw, it's clearly a work in progress, but it looks very creepy right now. I'm like, does it? I have noticed, like, I get the feeling because of trust the process kind of reasons. The reason that, at least for visual things, there's many an artist who is are less fazed by certain things, like maybe body horror kind of stuff, because like, what do you think a half-finished drawing of like a person's gonna look like? You know, it can look very weird. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, but I would be curious as to find that out. Like, is visual horror less effective, at least for body horror kind of things, because we're used to seeing. Oh, you know what? That's part of his hood. That's not hair. Because I'm just me, along with a lot of other artists, are just used to seeing this kind of malarkey. Why am I doing this? I just realized I could be selecting. This is big enough pieces. I've been going in more subtly because there we go. That time I went through the smaller bits because the fill tool doesn't work. There we go. I would assume that it would also depend on what a person draws or uses a reference. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I'm like, I kind of feel like artists are less perturbed by visual scalers just because we are used to weird stuff. Especially, I've had a couple of my housemates, Sabora being one of them, my twin. Come by when I'm working on rigging and go, what is this nightmare fuel? Because of all the dots and because I'm clicking on the meshes. And like this moment, it looks like he has a bunch of red in his mouth. I'm trying to draw on the bag and I'm going to draw the teethy color after. Yeah, it's this kind of thing. It's like, oh, I know there's absolutely people who would just find it scary and creepy and unnerving just having different colored teeth, and then I'm like, I do that all the time. I'm used to it. This is what I'm meaning. This is why I'm like, huh, I wonder if there's certain visual horrors that just don't affect artists because of what we draw. And it's not even because we're drawing horror, it's just like mid-process kind of reasons. Does make me curious. But I don't think I can just look that up. Okay. Now get lighter color. Do I? You know what? I just thought of something on the whole topic of subverting goodness. Yeah, probably. It definitely varies by person. But on a story that subverts expectations and sort of like, oh, you're supposed to be the bad guy, but they're actually the good guy. I've been reading this, what's it called? Manhwa? I think? Is that the Korean word for comics? I don't know if y'all know or not. I think it's manhwa. Yeah, it's on Webtoon, which I know has gotten really... People really don't like it recently. Which I didn't know about because I was just happy to find stories to read. So I don't try to find new ones, I just keep to the ones I already knew, which is like 6? Question mark? But yeah, one of them is called Villain to Kill, which I'm not entirely sure why it's called that, besides the, in their world, heroes are called psychers, and villains are just called villains. And it has a whole thing of you can come into your power as a psyker or a villain when you're, I think, a teenager. I'm not sure if it's late teenage years or early or like mid or wherever, but it's definitely the teenage years, where you can develop your powers. And the psychers probably work how most people expect them to. Like, yeah, you got superpowers now, have fun with it. You gotta have that secret identity now and all that. But villains' powers kind of are a little more interesting because, for starters, what makes them villains, like across the board, no matter what kind of person they were before, is that they have some kind of desire or like emotional trigger. They'll just set them off. And they'll just act like, they'll just do whatever they want. Whatever that is. So if it's a more, let's say, violent kind of trigger, like anger or, you know, rage, or you just spite or hate, you know, whatever negative emotion you want to put in, you know, you get the typical evil villain kind of stuff. The, oh yeah, I like liking hurting people and stuff like that. This, you know, evil ne'er-do-well villain, not like villain of the week where they're, oh no, I stole all the hot dogs in the city. Not your Saturday morning silly cartoon kind of villains, but the actual villains. So the main character, who's named Cassian, he is a psyker, but he ends up dying and then getting reborn, kind of, question mark? I'm not sure if you would probably got it. It's not a reincarnation isekai story, but he gets put in another person's body who would have died. Well, who should have died and gotten turned. That's when their villain powers would have activated. Oh wait, no, he's got pale pupils. And that's how you would avoid a death. But instead of that happening, Cassian took over his body. Unwillingly, might I add. Cassian did not wish for this, and it is a point where he is not happy about it. He's like, well, it's kind of messed up. I end up taking another person. I took the place of another person's life. Like, I am possessing their body, and I kind of am them now. I'm still myself. Like, he ended up getting all the memories of the person whose name I think is pronounced Gangu. It's a Korean name, and I'm like, give me a break, please. I am not familiar with how to pronounce Korean names. Well, at least most of them, so please give me a break if I get it wrong. I am trying. I But I read it as Gangu because I'm like, I don't know what else to pronounce it as. So yeah, so it has him having. It's actually a really good opening because it immediately has Cassian getting upset how he finds out immediately he's a villain. He's really weirded out because suddenly he's in a different body and he's just like, what the heck is going on? And he gets there's a mentor figure kind of thing named Morose, who's this little spirit dude. It's a whole thing and I really love it. It has some really great moments, interesting of the whole hero-villain conflict kind of thing, like who's really a villain, who's really a hero. It brushes up on that. It hasn't gone full into it, but I don't think, you know, there's a good amount of world building, but like Cassian is, I think, at least in his 20s. I can't remember his exact age. I think it says, I think it's a little bio description at one point. And I'm pretty sure he was in his later 20s, I think. And he was actually one of the top heroes, because there's a ranking system, and he was at the top. And now he's a villain, and he's a teenager again. Because, yeah, that weirded him out. I actually reread the opening yesterday. Just because I feeling antsy and decided, hey, let's go read the opening. Okay, you know, I don't like this color, actually. Let me separate layer and I can figure out like what shading should I do? But yeah, it's a good story. I really like it. Villain to kill. I'm kind of sitting here hoping that it gets an anime. But yeah, I mostly stuck around with it and got immediately liking it because it addresses so many of the things, you know, like you'd get like 2 seasons into a thing and you're like, you never address how this person would be upset by, you know, X, Y, and Z thing. You know, like they would not be happy about this and you don't address it at all. Like, I mean, I would hope some people realize that, like, yeah, it might mention briefly and the character isn't two-faced because it's, you know, it's not that kind of story. It's not going over that kind of thing. But this does go over. Again, it probably could go in more depth, but it's not that kind of story. It's not trying to go too into this, but it does cover it. And I'm like, okay, you know, this is a good story. Could it have gone in a little more of depth and play on this kind of aspect a little more? Yes. But I also know that's not the goal of this story, and I am intrigued. So it's been fun. And it's also like guessing who. Oh, yeah. Oh, another thing I didn't mention about villains is unlike the Psychers, villains actually have an alternative form. Like, they magical girl it up. They have a magical girl form, but it's their villain form instead. When he said he's a teenager again, I just thought of him thinking, oh no, not this again. Yeah. He actually does have moments like that, except it's less because it's not focused on like, oh no, you're a teenager again, dealing with hero and things. It's not like a teenage drama kind of thing. But it does have moments of him going, I have to go to school again, and then looking at the test and things, and he's just like, I never thought I would have to take these kinds of tests again. This is annoying. It's really funny, because it's had twice him go out to a bookstore. One was to buy a book on how to cook, another was a book about studying for a topic for dummies, I think? Or was it another cooking book? But he actually goes out and studies and stuff, and it's really funny. I kind of find it hilarious because he's just like, well, if I'm going to do normal teenager things again, I'm going to be good at it. And I love it. Oh, another interesting point is that the person he took the life over, Cassian, the actual Gangu, has an older sister. Like, it's just Gangu and the sister, who I think is named Yuri? I just read her name yesterday, but I forgot. His hoodie is so cute. I'm glad his hoodie's cute. I was hoping he was cute. Yeah, okay. Now I gotta play around with the layers. Oh, nope. That's not gonna work. Hard light? Nope. Oh gosh. Hold on. Get around his nose. Oh, I didn't go on the right layer. Darn it. That's why it's not right. Whoop. That was on erase. That's not gonna help. It's really not gonna help. That's kind of counterproductive. Okay. And this. There we go. Okay. Now if it changes, it's not gonna go. Where's overlay? There it is. No, overlay's not gonna work. Look at darkening. Is that actually any different from normal? Slightly. I guess that actually works. Here we go. Shadows. And just make it more opaque. Okay. I don't know why. I get to the eyes and I always put in detail, and it's like the first thing I put details in, and I don't put detail on anything else. And I'm still color blocking, but if I get to the eyes, I always... Probably because they look really weird. I've had too many people like us walk by when I have the eyes just color blocked in, so they're in that I stare into your soul kind of phase. And I freaked maybe one too many people out, so I guess that's why I do. Okay. Get the shading for at least the skin. Yeah. I like Villain to Kill, and it makes me think that, I also bring it up because it, Cassian's villain form, kind of makes me think of my Sailboy here in some ways. It's got that messy, sharp eye kind of... They got a couple of similar characteristics, but... Yeah. It's also the kind of story I think little Sammy here. Sammy would probably like that story a lot. But yeah, it's good. If you're looking for a little story, that would be one. I recommend. I'm kind of hoping that it gets popular enough, which I know it's got a few million hits, I think, last I looked. I haven't actually checked how popular it is on Webtoon, but I'll just say this. If it got an animation and it was actually at least decent, you know, it's like a solid production, it's not somebody just slapdashing it, I would be absolutely thrilled. I would be stoked. I'd just be, yes! Villain to Kill anime! Well, animation. Anime usually implies... Oh, you know what? I forgot to draw his thumb in. I just realized. Okay, take this color. That one's easier to get back. Yeah, his eyes are really character defining. Did I respond to that? I already forgot if I did or not. Oops. Oh, you know, I should probably put away... How did I... Yeah, like that. Okay, yeah, I don't want to use that. And then grab that. And... No, I just make this. Like, wait a second, I forgot to draw stuff. Well, at least I caught it, so that's good. Yeah. I like stories. ATD. Just very much. You're supposed to be bad, but you do good anyway. It's interesting. Oh, I should mention in Villain to Kill that Cassian doesn't stop trying to do good. Like, another villain takes some hostages of a mother and child, and he does actually save them. So, yeah. Which is really funny, because it's addressed in universe by some of the hero people. They're like, am I seeing this right? Is there a villain saving hostages? Which is another point that made me go, oh yeah, this is a good story. Well, the writing behind this is pretty solid. I'm invested. Yeah. So yeah, you can understand maybe why I was thinking about that story while also with my little Sammy here. Because like, he would be like that. He would have a moment be like, wait, is this demon seriously doing good? And he's like, yeah! Excuse you, we're not all jerks. It just gets insulted because it's just like, aren't you supposed to be bad? And he's like, says who? Might want to change the shading. Make it more pinky? Yeah. A little more pink in the hue. Or I guess it would be red. Yeah, that looks more... That looks better with the skin tone. Oh, it looks more like shading on skin rather than just... Ooh, I unlock that. Ooh, okay, that's... Need to put the brush down. Yeah, that's not as harsh. Now I want to be harsher right there. Smooth out some of the shading. Yay. I know, wow, we're almost 2 hours. I'm surprised. I'm having a good time. Alright. Let's do... Okay, this is on the shadow. Let's do some hair colors. Okay, how do I want to change this color? That's actually pretty vibrant hue already. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over. Get a better angle. Incorporate some blue in his hair. He's got blue, magenta, and red. I might change the red to a yellow or like an orange to keep up with the color scheme. So I think that's another mistake I did in my original drawing. I think I should probably have kept it to match his clothes color, because people may be little blots of color in real life, but in character design, you want to keep to... It usually feels like a more solid character design if you keep to a limited palette. At least. More coherent, at least? Okay, and then it was this one. This one's supposed to be a little carefully up here. Oop. I'll smooth it out later. Going for more less soft transitions here, but still have a bit of... Also, I think he doesn't dye his hair or anything. He's just that multicolored. I think the snail I based him on was... I think that's why I put the red in his hair, is because I think it was that color. It was a colorful snail. I remember that much. And no, it's not the snail parasite thing. I wasn't going to do that to my poor boy. But yeah, he's based on a somewhat colorful snail. Whoops, that's the shading. But yeah. I should probably look it up, because I remember it was a very dangerous snail. I think I learned about it. It was compared to, a blue-ringed octopus. If you know anything about, those things are very, very poisonous, and you will die within seconds if it poisons you. This snail was much the same way, but unlike the octopus, the gosh darn snail used like every single poison and neurotoxin all at once. It just dumped everything on you. And it's just major overkill. It's like this snail wants everything that tries to harm it to die. So that's also why his powers are the way, like, he has access to all these toxins, but also the acids. It's because it's literally what the snail does. Whatever it is. Whatever snail that was. Maybe I want it to be more pink. Closer to the red? Or maybe... I don't know. I feel like I want to use this... Okay, where is eye color? His eye is there. eye color? Hair color. I guess it's fine. That's his hoodie color. Okay. Guess it'll work. It is, in fact, different magenta. But snails are only shades of brown, tans, and yellow. I think this one lived in the ocean or something. It was some kind of sea snail. Which I think is also why I gave him these kind of little ear doodler things. But it was a sea snail, I think. I think it was a type of conch snail, if it's possibly one. And it was colorful. Or at least it had like a patch of it was colorful. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. I think it's safe to say it's been a few years, actually, that I've done this character design, so I'm like, I don't properly remember. I do remember the multiple toxins thing, like this, and yeah, it was a sea snail. I think I'm pretty sure it lived in the ocean. It's an ocean-dwelling creature. Which makes sense, because they have to usually have really potent poisons for, yeah, having this color instead of the red. Yeah, that works out. Yeah. If you see a really colorful snail, that's probably more like it has a parasite. It's just sad. I don't want to think about that, because that's actually the kind of thing that creeps me out. It's sad. I don't like the ones that kind of take over their host and make them do things. Like cordyceps do also freak me out. Anyway. Maybe I'll make it more brighter. Okay, that's right there in saturation, that's there. Oh yeah, that's why it's not working. That's why it's not working out for me too much. It has to be more like here? Yeah, that matches the brightness of his other hair. Sometimes it's just trial and error. He's little facey face. But there you go. Was it Frug? I think it was Frug. You were mentioning how you're like, I keep thinking he's light in color, but then I keep looking over and see he's much darker. There you got some brighter tones in here. Yeah, he's got cyan, magenta, and yellow. Those are his colors. I think is the colors used for printing, was it? I don't quite remember. Yeah, not all of his hair, and not all the ends of his hair is colored. Yeah, definitely. He's got colorful hair. I think I gave him colorful hair so he would have more non-human looking to him. Because the rest of him is pretty human looking. I think I put that, yeah, I did put that in the description. That his base form is actually humanoid. I think the rest of his family could probably turn into some kind of monster snail, but he actually isn't strong enough to do so. He's stuck in a human form because he's too weak, because he is actually, besides the toxins and whatnot, he doesn't have much going for him with special powers. Yeah. Look, crybaby face. So cute. Okay. I need to color swatch some things. Okay. So that's his hoodie. Hoodie colors. His eye colors. Oop. Okay, no. It was this one. Okay. And then get different hair. Hair color swatching. Yay! Oh, and I want to make that opaque again and normal for a second so I can get that color. Oop, and I'll pair that up with skin tone. Whoop. There. Skin tone. That's the shading. Darkening and let's see. That right there. Not too far down. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna stop it there. Give it a save. Alrighty. Let's get back over here. Yay! Well, I hope you're enjoying my little OC. My little weird demon boy. Okay, why is the chat up? No, don't put it there. I need to get the chat box back where it usually is. Okay, not that you guys can see it. I'm not moving the chat that actually shows up on stream. I'm just moving the chat that I can actually usually read. As I've mentioned a few times. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this easygoing drawing stream of me drawing my little snail demon boy, OC. Who's just a little guy, I guess. He's a, what would you call it? Maybe not soft boy, that's not quite it, but within that range without actually being soft boy. Like soft boy, something soft boy adjacent. He's a little timid boy. He's a little goofball too. I imagine getting in his new family, he'd have so much more energy. Like he's like, wait, I can't just be a good person? I can be high energy? I can just be myself? Oh, heck yeah! And he's just really excited. Oh my gosh, I just thought of him just starts cleaning randomly. Just because he's just like, I just felt like doing some chores. That's okay, right? Like, he's just a good little guy. He's very silly. I love him so much. I don't usually actually sketch out characters so much, but I drew, like, there's actually another sketch I did, but that had my friend's character in it, so I didn't have enough time to ask for permission to see if I could show her character on stream, so I didn't. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy that. I don't think we're gonna have a part 2 for this. Yeah, probably not. This is just sort of more for fun, easygoing kind of stream, so yeah. I will, however, post drawings. So keep an eye out on my Pixiv. I will put a notification probably on Tumblr? Twitter? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so keep an eye out for that if you want to see the finished drawings. I'll get around to it maybe in a couple of weeks, knowing how my schedule's been recently. Anyway, thank you all for coming, so I hope you liked it. Like, comment, subscribe, give me some feedback so I can improve, know what's better, maybe look into some things to see if I can improve them and all that. I appreciate feedback, really do, especially comments. I like talking to y'all. Yeah, I will be seeing you, yeah, it's going to be Thursday? Yeah, today's Tuesday. So I'll be seeing you Thursday with some more Tears of the Kingdom. I almost said Breath of the Wild. Oh, jeez. But yeah, so I will be seeing you in a couple of days, hopefully. And for now, it is bye-bye! Catch you all later!